Hi Gemini, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a mid-month general reading for the month of September 2021, so mid-September. And I do want to thank you so much for joining me, but I also want to remind you as always to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But we're going to begin by pulling a couple messages from the Animal Oracle, Spirit Animal Oracle deck. 4 or 5 is what we're aiming for. And then we'll further clarify with 2 tarot decks, 2 different decks. But keep in mind as I do the initial shuffling that this is a general mid-month read for the sign of my lovely, strong Geminis. So take what resonates, leave a dozen for somebody else, and check out the other placements within your chart for more messages, the other readings on the channel, okay? One more shuffle this way. And in advance, do bear with the noise in the background. There are a bunch of planes flying by. They're doing lessons or something nearby. For my lovely Geminis for mid-September 2021, what do they need to know? For Gemini. Interesting. Have you been feeling a bit stuck recently? So we got one coming out. What else do we have for Gemini? Yeah, they're not coming out as easily as the other signs up until this point. For mid-September. Bear with me. It may feel like something's taking forever to take place or change. We have 55 on the board, which is all about change and growth and just needing to kind of go with the flow. I'm going to pull the remaining 2 right from the top of the deck. Okay, so we're beginning with Snake Spirit, time to heal. And so let's pull a couple tarot cards or whatever we get from the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. Some shuffling for this. For my lovely Geminis for the Snake Spirit, what is it all about? Okay. Some of you have been going through a hefty amount of spiritual difficulties. You know, you could be dealing with a haunting or something related to your spirituality, or something of the sort that's needing to heal. Or you may also be getting a level of guidance from the universe, just feeling as if you're trying to go through a bit of healing at this time from certain difficulties you've been through recently. I'm gonna pull one more. With death, you might have found that something recently has come to an end, or you may intuitively feel that something's about to come to an end. A difficult or toxic situation. That it's going to vary what kind of situation from Gemini to Gemini, but that coming to an end is left you needing to go through a necessary amount of healing to make your way towards the new, towards certain changes, or just to live a healthier lifestyle. Okay, let's pull a couple more from the Mermaid Tarot deck. I feel like there's a potential for you to feel a bit depleted or just extra feisty at certain points throughout the second half. The 3 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, whatever is coming to an end or whatever came to an end recently is making its way for new connections, a new financial start for a lot of you. A beginning that's going to sort of pave the path for you towards a lot of success and a lot of abundance. You being pushed by the universe at certain points in the second half of the month to celebrate what's changing, what's growing, even celebrate what's coming to an end or came to an end recently, in order to feel 10 times better, to keep you motivated and to keep you persevering forward towards what you deserve at this time. Okay? So we're going to continue with Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. And so there's this point in the month and the remainder of the month where you're going to be pushed by the universe to sort of be an open book, or to sort of just open up to people, right? Feeling as if new energies are being pushed into your life, or old ones are coming back that you sort of lost touch with or lost that connection with. Feeling as if there's benefit from, when it comes to other people in your situation or that surround you at this time, from you sort of opening up and being very vulnerable with what you've been through, with what you're going through, and what's changing in your life at this time. Doesn't mean you have to share every single detail of your life and what's going on with you, but it just feels like there's certain things you're going to have to sort of be vulnerable with. Interesting. What do we have for the starfish spirit for Gemini? We have 3. So 3 of Pentacles, yeah, it feels like you're showing off to a certain extent. I feel this needs to be in the upright position. The 4 of Wands, Strength card, and a King of Cups. And so it feels like you have been going through a level of emotion recently. You know, you could be feeling your emotions have been all over the place or just extra hefty. But it's you being pushed to sort of maintain that level of inner strength, or just being shown to other people around you, even new people coming into your life, that you can be an emotional sort of going through certain emotions that resurface here and there, or going through emotional situations but still be extra strong at the same time, that you can sort of dig for that inner strength and end up being stronger at the end of the day because of what you're going through, feeling like, again, you're trying to present something that you're emotionally attached to, or it's been sort of driven from whatever emotions you're dealing with or difficulties you've been through. But just a new level of balance coming into play, as a lot of you are drawn to connect or reconnect with family members, or just very much needing to be open to new connections coming in at this time. It's a gift of abundance from the universe. And you could find that certain connections are very much mirroring at this time, where you learn something or you see something about yourself that you either forgot or never knew through that other person, their actions and what they say. What else do we have for starfish spirit? With just 1 coming out, 6 of Pentacles, and I was just saying, a gift of abundance. And it feels like through new connections, old connections coming back to life. For some of you, money, you know, a new opportunity to make money. Whatever the case may be, a gift of abundance, if not a few, come in to remind you to be open to the infinite possibilities. A reminder that you deserve the success that lies ahead for you. Okay? Beautiful. Spider spirit, to move right along. Make your dreams real. And so with the color purple being very much the card that stands out the most when you look at the 4 cards as a whole, it feels like there's a level of sort of spirituality very heavy in your life at this point, as well as you being pushed by the universe to put your crown back on, queen or king, you know, allow yourself to feel royal with all that you've achieved and to overcome up until this point, feeling like the obstacles aren't going to just dissipate altogether moving forward, but it feels like things are about to start to fall into place for you. Okay? What do we have for spider spirit for Gemini? Also might be seeing a lot of bugs for whatever reason. Some might be intrigued, most of which will just be disgusted. I don't see there being many messages coming from them, or as much form of communication, just kind of something that came off interesting. Moving on. For spider spirit for Gemini. We got the King of Swords, the 2 of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. And so it's you sort of being pushed to make your dreams real, you know, when it comes to limiting or sort of hindering situation, restricting situation being very much highlighted or making it very apparent at this time, as you feel overly serious. And we were just talking about, with the color purple, putting your crown back on, and look at this imagery, feeling very sort of royal, sitting back or being pushed to sit back in your throne, you know, understanding your worth and what you deserve at this point moving forward, and no longer allowing yourself to settle. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is pertaining to your relationships and connections as new ones come in. It could be a past connection coming back in the second half of the month, and you being like, no, this was toxic, or I learned better. I settled at one point when I will no longer do so. There's some of you, a new connection comes in, and it could be both. And this new connection just reminds you of an old one, and you sort of deciding to change your type, or it could be friendship-wise and feeling like you know better than you did in the past, right? A lot of Geminis utilizing the knowledge and wisdom you've gained over time, the lessons you've learned, to make a positive choice or two in the second half of the month when it comes to connections. It could be very much job related as well, but it feels like for the majority of you, you have a lot of sort of sorting out to do when it comes to the energies you want in your life moving forward. What else do we have for Spider Spirit? Because I feel like a lot of Geminis have been dreaming about a successful romance in their life, a successful love life. Wanting to sort of build a life with somebody, even if you haven't met that person yet. So for Spider Spirit, we're just going to go too many. Bear with me. It could just feel like you try and try again with somebody, or you try and try again with, you know, different people, and it just never works out, but you're being pushed by the universe to not give up, or to not stop trying, right? To make your dreams in your love life or in your connections work. You deserve it. I'm going to pull this one. Hermit, interesting. And so you might have a lot of options to deal with, or just a lot of emotions with the Moon or the Bottom of the deck to sort through. And so you being pushed by the universe to take a step back and be within your own energy, or you might feel very intuitively guided to do just that, to figure out who's right for you, or, you know, what energies deserve a seat next to you as you move forward, given you're being pushed to think of things in a very royal kind of regal manner, okay? Don't allow this to discard you from going forward with certain energies or having a love life in general. Just allow it to give you a hot second to breathe, to clear your mind, to simplify things and figure out what you actually desire, or who's going to be right for you moving forward, okay? It might also help you remember a lesson or two, something you gained from past connections or situations that you dealt with. Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. And so let's pull some tarot for this. What do we have for Seahorse Spirit? Okay, we got 2 queens. Wow, they came out so abruptly. 3 queens, wow. No, the other one hasn't come out, but so we have 3 queens, a huge focus on your feminine side, on your emotional side. You feeling like all the meanwhile you're trying to kind of reconnect with people in a confident manner, present, you know, who you are becoming, present yourself to maybe an interview or job. So there's a huge focus on your career and your connections in your life throughout the second half of September. All the meanwhile, and because you're emotional to a certain extent, or feeling sort of torn between, you know, who when it comes to who to take with you moving forward, it feels like after you exit this hermit stage, or even within it, you feel very Queen of Swords like, where you have to decide who and what's going to come with you. It's not even just connections, it's you kind of reevaluating what feels like almost everything and everybody in your life, and being like, you know what, I've learned, I've grown, and I need to be honest with oneself, with myself, as to who is coming with me. But it's being pushed by the universe to kind of decide what you want, but watch and wait, you know, allow for things to unravel, or for to see how people have changed as well. Not to sort of jump to any super fast conclusions, or to make any quick actions at this time within the rest of the month. Allow for yourself to figure out what's right for you and see how other people proceed. And then you can sort of decide as the month of October begins. Interesting. And so what else do we have for Seahorse Spirit? With the Ace of Cups and the King of Wands, you could just feel very bold and very fiery, very passionate about wanting to make a change. But again, feeling very guided, or just pushed to kind of stop and halt for a hot second. Because there's something else that may happen, or a side of somebody you haven't sort of seen if they're coming back to you. Or a side of somebody you haven't seen if they're new in your life, either way. Again, just to watch and wait, as you will feel extra abundant at the very end of the month, it feels like. Or you'll start to just be pushed to see things in a different perspective, instead of stressing about who and what's coming with you as much, to make those decisions confidently as you move into the next month, but to also see all of these connections coming back and still existing, and, you know, you having so many options as a form of abundance, your cup being, you know, overflowing. And to just try to loosen up a bit, right? To allow this reminder of how abundant you are to, or the abundance that's about to pour in as well, to relax you, feeling like you may just be very uptight, very anxious, or just a lot of tension in your body, okay? Feeling a bit guarded. But going back to the Starfish Spirit, there's a benefit, excuse me, from you being a bit of an open book, or just putting yourself in vulnerable situations to a certain extent. Okay, so I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing rest of the month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Gemini.